So let's talk about common mistakes of DIY logos and what you can do to make them better. So I'm not totally against a DIY logo. They can be done in the right way when your business is a startup that's low on funds or you're just testing a concept. However, let me preface this. Investing in a professional brand service is what produces a visual brand identity system. And the whole system empowers the logo because it's all based off of strategy to where your target audience feels like you are in their world all of the time and you are the obvious answer to what they've been looking for. So first, let's talk about the pitfalls. What causes your DIY logo to fail your business? One, it's not versatile on different marketing mediums the business needs. So this could be having a better understanding of where the branding will be used in the marketing. Is it going to be used on murals or roadside banners, magazines, print ads, stickers, animation, apparel, stamps, medallions, sashes, like embroidery, metals, print paper, glossy paper, like there's a lot to take into consideration. It was designed for the stakeholders and not the target audience. Always design through the lens of the target audience, not you and not your stakeholders. You already love your business. Your stakeholders are already sold out and invested in your business. It's your target audience that you're trying to attract. You're trying to convince your target audience to come purchase your services or your products. It's those people that you're trying to attract. You already love your business. You don't need to design the logo for what you personally like. You need to design the logo specifically what's going to attract your target audience.
Pitfall number 3.
It's either too complex or you're trying to encompass all the different aspects of the business.
This is more like a graphic. If this was being utilized as a logo, can you imagine the cost, the time, and the effort that it would take to try to embroider this? Now try to picture it embroidered on something like a hat. There's no way that you could embroider this as a logo on a hat for this business. Instead, try this. This is a lot cleaner, it's a mark, it represents the business well, it's easy to read, and it's not going to be near as costly to embroider. On the other hand, is a graphic. It's not a logo.
And 4, it's just another version of an industry standard. So you don't stand out, you just blend in with the crowd. So now that we know the 4 pitfalls of a DIY logo, let's talk about how you can make yours better and steal some of the trade secrets of the professionals. Change the layouts on variations to anticipate the marketing needs. So let's say you know ahead of time that one of your products is a candle and you want to put your logo on the lid. You need a variation that's going to fit the lids of your jars and still be legible. So if this lid is half this size or twice this size, you still want it to fit and look appropriate to the circle lid. We're totally doing a bloopers reel after this. Or bags. You want your logo to fit in the bags. It's going to fit slightly different than the top of a candle, so you need to think about that. It doesn't mean you need 2 different logos. You need one logo, but you need different variations of that same logo. Start with the simplest idea possible. It's always easier to expand and add more to a logo. It's really hard to take it away. Ask yourself what sets you apart in your industry. See if you can add a twist to a standard element. So it's kind of like a dentist. Everyone expects to see either a toothbrush or a tooth involved in their branding. Well, maybe you don't use a toothbrush. Maybe you don't use the whole tooth. Maybe you use the subtle wave of the line of the top of a tooth or the top of a toothbrush to underline somewhere in the logo. Think outside of the box. Try to make it unique. It doesn't mean that it can't have anything from that industry, but try to think of something different. So let's think about some well-known brands to understand this concept. Picture this. If you're driving down the freeway, and as you're coming up in traffic, you see a semi-truck ahead of you. And let's say that truck is red. And the closer you get to approaching them, you can see the back end of the semi-trailer is solid red, and it has this white ribbon going across the center, just kind of like a wave ribbon, just subtle, right across the center of the back end of that semi. If you pictured Coca-Cola, if that was your answer to the picture that I just painted you, comment Coca-Cola down below. Let me see how many of you are visual thinkers. Did I ever tell you what the logo was? Did I ever explain the logo itself? No. All I gave you was a description of brand elements to that company, that business. I never told you the logo. How investing in a visual identity can actually help you reach your goals. So a system shows consistency, and that consistency shows trustworthiness. A system sets you apart from the crowd. This allows the audience to get to know that brand better. It's just like Coca-Cola. They've built a brand that when you see red and white, or red and silver, it automatically imprints upon you Coca-Cola. If you see that white ribbon anywhere, especially mixed with red, even in Christmas presents, subconsciously you start thinking Coca-Cola. It makes you feel like they're all around you, they're part of your life, they're everywhere. So the main takeaway of this video is there's a time and there's a place for DIY logos, but never a place for just one logo without the rest of at least a basic visual identity system. The logo is just a piece of the puzzle. And with just that one piece, you leave your audience with the responsibility of painting the rest of the picture since you didn't do it for them. We'll be talking a lot more about branding in the outdoor space here on this channel, so be sure to subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, check out the videos in our playlists. See y'all. It could just look like another logo that's already out there, and then you're infringing on copyrights. So how you can make yours better? How many businesses in your logo has an that's a terrible example. Don't pay attention to that.